I hate Bar Snack Utensils.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. My name is Matt Labodka, and this is a show about all the small things that drive me insane. Let's grumble.
I'm all about food safety. I work in the food industry. I understand cross-contamination and food handling and things like that, but there is a point that it becomes ridiculous. In the kitchen, wear gloves, wash your knives, use different colored cutting boards for different types of food. All of that makes sense. But once the food is out in public, it's chaos. It's a free-for-all. Once you take the saran wrap off of a bowl of nuts, you've lost control. It's nuts. The idea of putting a little spoon in a bowl of nuts or like tongs in a bowl of potato chips is ridiculous. At this point, it's just security theater. We're just putting on a little play, like we're pretending that it's still safe. Well, if there's a spoon in the nuts, you know that nobody's touched the nuts, nobody's reaching into it. Newsflash, they are. They're still putting their hand in the nut bowl. But that's not even the beginning of the problem. The tongs you're grabbing to grab that little handful of chips were just grabbed by somebody else. Nobody's wearing gloves, and everybody is still sneezing into their hand and then grabbing the nut spoon. And I'm not arguing for a change. This is as it should be. Communal food, little bowls of snacks or chips or fried pickles, that's survival of the fittest. The bar bite bowl is the communal roulette table of germs. This is as it always has been and always will be. No matter what implements you put to try and avoid the appearance of people reaching into a bowl, everybody's sharing that air. People are leaning over that bowl, laughing and gagging and coughing and doing all the things that people normally do at a bar right over that bowl. And then you walked in and you saw a little spoon and you're like, oh, well, this is safe to touch. No, my friend, it's not safe to touch. It's a trap. It's Bugs Bunny setting a steak under a box held up by a stick. It is a trap, and it is meant to be. How hungry are you? Welcome to the gauntlet, everybody. Is that beer making you thirstier? How desperate are you? Are you ready to reach your greasy mitt into that unattended communal bowl of pretzels? Ooh, they look good. Get in there. Take one. It's only one. How many germs could possibly be on it? It's a game, isn't it? Do you feel safe because there's a set of tongs sitting naked on the bar next to the bowl? Did you live through the pandemic when a third of America was refusing to wear masks and think, oh, but surely everybody around me is considerate and cautious about germ theory? Is the chip clean? It doesn't matter, because now your hands are covered in the germs. I hate bar snack utensils, and that's the grumble.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my better half, Veronique, for an unpretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat? We're back for another grumble.
The air is poison.
Oh my gosh, it's poisoned. We're living in the post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
I wore goggles to work. I shouldn't even have gone to work.
You wore my steampunk accessory goggles
Sure did.
to work. Because Canada apparently has started biological warfare on us.
No, the planet has. The planet
Oh, it's
has.
the planet. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, biological warfare. That makes sense.
The planet.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
planet is collectively trying to destroy us all.
It's trying to say, hey, take
Hey.
it easy.
Hello?
I know.
Hello?
Hi.
Anybody up there?
Yeah, anybody up there to help me out here? Yeah, a lot of us. There are a lot of us here
Yeah.
that want to help.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's going to take that we need steampunk goggles?
Do we all have to wear the steampunk goggles?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a trend.
Yeah.
We're gonna. You know what? Bio goggles for climate change.
Hmm.
We're onto something scientific.
Why aren't they Grumble goggles?
Grumble goggles. Okay. All right. We needed to do a little brainstorming on the name.
No, I think it's funny that the air is poisoned at the same time that the corporations are forcing all of us to go back to work. They're trying to end work from home now.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody back outside. We need you all back. And then the air is poisoned.
You know what I find the most offensive is all the commercials that I just watched last night. It was, you know what? I used to not run my dishwasher to save water, essentially, right? And then like, now I run it all the time.
Yeah, it was like dishwashers, as opposed to washing dishes, save 70% of water, which means you'll save money. And it's like, wait, save money?
Right.
The motivation here should be saving water. But
Water. No, we're still using the water.
Yeah, they were selling us on the savings of water. So yeah, your water bill should go down by 7 or 8 cents. That's a big motivation.
Big motivation. Big motivation.
Great job, commercial. Really getting to the heart of the issue.
Unreal. It's unreal. It's
unreal.
It's just like, the hypocrisy is staring us in our face.
Yeah.
And how, this is the other thing that I'm a little grumbly about before we turn our grumble to you.
Okay.
Why wasn't New York in a state of emergency?
When?
Yesterday. When the sky was orange.
I mean, it kind of was like everybody declared an emergency. Even the mayor was saying, hey, kids, don't go outside.
Yeah, but they didn't say this is a state of emergency, which means people still had to go to work. I waited on people last night, which was fine. It was my choice to go to work.
It was also those people's choice to go out to a restaurant when the sky was orange.
That's what I'm saying. I thought way more people were going to cancel. They didn't. Everyone showed up.
Yeah. Weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. The environment is screaming out to us, and you're like, well, I have 7 o'clock reservations.
A part of me thinks that we all have PTSD from the pandemic, right? Like I had PTSD even just thinking about wearing a mask outside and then taking it off inside, which I didn't take it off inside.
Just keep it on.
Yeah, I kept it on.
At the very least, make a statement to everyone around that is like, hey, don't forget, we're surrounded by noxious gas.
Well, I kind of did, but I had to because of my nose and nasal situation.
Yeah. Speaking of people going out.
Okay.
So you work in the food industry.
Sure.
Right? So you're aware of food safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we go out.
Yeah.
Right? If we're going out to the pub, say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What are we doing at the pub?
We're drinking.
Okay, great. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Flush the system with alcohol.
That's right. I mean, it's the best painkiller I've ever had.
It's a good painkiller.
Yeah.
It's a good germ killer.
That's right.
Like when the air is poison.
We drink vodka.
Drink poison. Fight fire with fire. Exactly.
That's right.
That's always been my philosophy.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Anyway, we're a couple of vodkas in.
No. Oh, well.
Not now.
Not right now.
In the hypothetical.
In the bar.
We're going out to the bar.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Now, maybe we're not ready for a meal.
Okay.
But they got a bowl of chips on the bar.
Oh, yeah. Or peanuts. Usually
What's your play here? Yeah, okay, with the peanuts. What's your play?
Well, the peanuts are a little hard to resist. That's the thing. The chips, I can resist the chips.
Right, as you made clear last week.
But you know what?
What's that? If they were pop chips.
Well, pop chips are a whole different story for Veronique. I mean, that is my favorite thing in the world. Except you.
Right, thank you. I appreciate
Scottish.
that. I will let
back.
Teddy know that he is third on the list after me and pop chips.
No, those dehydrated cheese chips. Ooh.
Yeah.
Whew.
Cheddar crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheddar crisp.
Yeah, okay, those are irresistible too. So peanuts and those cheddar crisps.
Okay.
Then I'm going for those.
You're diving in.
I'm diving in.
You're diving in.
Oh, I'm
okay.
diving in.
Now, food safety, Veronique, says...
Not to touch that. It says, unless there's a spoon where you can put it in your hand. But you know what?
What?
People put the spoon out.
Yeah.
People put the spoon out.
Well, for food safety.
For food safety. And then people don't use the spoon.
Oh, is that
they
the
don't
problem?
use the spoon.
Oh, okay.
I've watched it last week when I was working a dim sum lunch, and we had the spoons out, food safety.
Yeah, but
and
people were just grabbing
one
the
lady
dumplings.
just grabbing the little peanut things, and just like.
They put the little spoon next to it.
Yeah, we put
for safety
inside. We made it that easy.
inside.
We even put her inside.
Inside, so she had to scrape her nails away from where the spoon was.
Yeah, it was already in
into
there.
those chips. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna dive right in there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, people love putting their hands in things.
Oh yeah. It goes back to childhood, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just love to get our hands dirty.
And then I feel like it's the finger stimulation. And well, you know what happens. Well, this is why it's so dangerous.
Why is it so dangerous?
Well, because usually it's not just peanuts that are out. They're like flavored peanuts, right? Maybe there's sriracha
Right, it's got the
peanuts.
powder on it.
There's powder on it.
Yeah, and then you have to lick.
And then you lick your
You
fingers.
gotta lick the finger licking good.
Finger licking. And then you think you're done after you lick your fingers, but sure enough, you're not.
No, you're not done.
Ooh,
You just got started.
You just got started because it's so delicious. And then you keep drinking and then you keep eating.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And then you dive right back in.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah.
This bowl has become my bowl.
My bowl.
Sure. So you and your restaurant, you put out the spoon.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what's the point of the spoon?
Well, I guess everyone's touching the spoon too.
Yeah, exactly. It's all theater, right?
It's a ruse.
Because even if you use the spoon, somebody already put their hand in the bowl.
Right. And you're not spooning the nuts in your mouth. Like you're not like dishing, putting it on
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. What if there's a person that doesn't understand the spoon? They just take a spoonful of nuts right in the mouth. Right in the Here comes the airplane. Airplane's talking.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine that?
Those nuts are good.
That's disgusting. Everyone's getting herpes.
But that's the point.
Okay.
You have no idea what people around you are doing with these
don't.
nuts.
That's not. No, it is nuts. Yes, it is nuts.
And here's the real problem, though. Even if they're all using the spoon, they're not wearing gloves.
No one's wearing gloves.
No one's wearing a glove, which means their hand is touching that spoon, and then your hand touches the spoon. So you might as well have been holding hands before you dove into those nuts.
I know. And you know what?
What's that?
Maybe before everyone was like sanitizing their hands before they did that. But I haven't had hand sanitizer in my bag for quite some time.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if everybody's using the tongs, what happened for the 45 minutes before you got to that bar? People were leaning over that bowl
and talking,
having a conversation, coughing into their hands. They were laughing, they were guffawing, there was spittle coming out of their mouth. Like even if nobody touched the nuts, it's in the same air as all the people around you. So we're a couple vodkas in.
Okay.
What are you going to do? What's your play with these nuts?
We're going to eat the nuts, you know. Well, you have the thought. You have the thought of like, I'm not that hungry. I'm not going to do it. And you keep talking, and then you maybe look at a menu, and you're like, oh, but I'm not like that hungry to order something. And it's like $20 for a salad. Oh, I'm good. I
just want a little nibble.
That. A little nibble,
couple
right?
nuts will treat me just fine.
Yeah, right. We're going to go for the nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do reach into the nuts.
I know. We want
because
the nuts.
I'm not arguing against the nuts.
Okay.
I love that there's the nuts.
Yeah.
I love that we have chips at the bar.
Okay.
It's our little Russian roulette of germs.
You know, it's actually probably good for us to be exposed to some germs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a chickenpox party when you're young.
Right.
Your mom wants you to get the chickenpox so that your immune system can fend off chickenpox for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. Same idea.
Okay. It acclimates you to the poison air that we have outside right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like setting up our children to exist for a longer or shorter period of time. We'll find out. Mutations are going to happen every generation, so we might as well start now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all still have like a little tailbone, you know?
Yeah, we got tailbone. Yeah. No tail.
No tail, but the bone's still there. It's like just in case you need it, you know?
I'm not sure if that's how evolution works.
What if we have to go back into the water? Oh, I don't know. We put a lot of pollution in the water.
Yeah,
so maybe we don't want to go
water, air. It's kind of a toss up here. At this point, we're like, look for a new planet?
No, our planet is perfect. We just have to work with it.
Arguably, our planet's perfect. It's the place that created life. It's the perfect zone for life.
Perfect zone. And guess what? The planet's going to kill us to then regenerate us. Potentially.
Regenerate us?
Maybe.
Regenerate itself.
But I feel like, you know what I think was really interesting?
What was interesting?
People's faces.
Mm-hmm.
I think people look like all different types of animals. Like sometimes there's like someone that looks like a bird, someone that looks like a bear,
right? Someone
that looks like a lizard.
Right. Somebody's got sort of a pointed face. They're like bird. You can tell that bird was in their ancestry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
I really feel like we just evolved from all the different animals.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All animals eventually evolve into
a human. Yeah. So I feel like that's going to happen again.
That's why some people look like a pug.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. All of it.
Now, wait, hold on. What animal am I evolved from?
I was thinking that as I was saying that.
Yeah.
I think you look like kind of like a cute little bear.
Bear?
Yeah. Like
you call
your face.
Your cat bear.
Well, I love my cat. So it's a term of endearment.
Okay. Everything's a bear to you.
But you look like a Care Bear. Yeah. Care Bear stare.
What's my superpower then?
A part of me wants you to be the rain cloud because of Grumble Goat, but you're not really that way.
No. What am I really, Veronique?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What kind of animal do I look like?
What?
What animal do I look like?
Llama. Yeah. See? There it is. I see it.
I love pretending to be animals. It's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah. What's your favorite animal to pretend to be?
Otter. Yeah. They're cute.
Yeah. You look like an otter.
That's a compliment, but I don't think I do.
You do. You love to hold hands.
I do.
You love to hold hands.
Yeah.
That's an otter trait.
Well, we got to stick together so we don't go downstream and lose each other.
Speaking of holding hands.
Okay.
The pandemic taught us that everybody's disgusting.
Yes. And so are we.
We.
We're disgusting and everyone else is too, because germs are a part of our existence. So we need to work with them opposed to saying, no,
But that's a strong stance. Work with the germs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
We gotta work with the germs.
work with them.
We gotta learn to live in harmony.
Together.
We gotta find a symbiotic relationship with the germs.
With germs.
You know, it's like the Naboo and the Gungans had to learn to share one planet.
That's right.
We have to do the same.
We have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York has to learn to share the city with the germs.
With the germs and the rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And we do, actually. You know, the rats are in the subway and we're on the platforms. And sometimes they're on the platforms and we just let them scurry by.
Yeah. Speaking of which, speaking of communal food and rats.
Okay.
Sometimes the rats will go ahead and just eat a piece of pizza off the ground.
They sure will. They sure will.
Did they use tongs to pull those out, or did they just pull it by hand?
Well, there's a level of trust. There's a level of trust that there is a level of cleanliness. And in New York City, we see the level of cleanliness when they have their grade outside, right? We see if it's an A, a B, a C, or a D.
Oh, so there's no trust.
No,
We have to label them.
We label it. We label it.
How trustworthy is this garbage hole?
Right. But if it's a C or a D, if it's a D, they have cockroaches.
People talk about, like, oh, if you offend the waiter, they'll spit in your food.
Ew, I can't even imagine that. That's disgusting. Like, gross.
Yeah, I agree. If somebody pisses me off, I'm not going to waste my saliva on them.
I know.
I'm just going to do what a normal person does and make it take an extra 20 minutes for their food to come out.
Exactly. I'm going to get them where it hurts. You're hungry? Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh my gosh, is it taking too long? I'm so sorry. Here, have a bowl of nuts on the house.
Just use your hands.
This has been an episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Mat Labatka.
I'm Veronique Hurley. Please subscribe.
I hate when people say please subscribe.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
You think you're done after you lick your fingers, but sure enough, you're not.
We did it. We've conquered another one of life's little annoyances. But the truth is, what I really hate is commercials. And I'll wager you do too. And that's why Grumble Goat is proudly commercial-free. But to keep it that way, it takes the support of fellow grumblers like you. If you hate commercials, head on over to our Patreon page and see if becoming a Grumble Kid is right for you. And as always, don't forget to Grumble Goat responsibly and share with a friend.